Here's a challenge. Right now, thousands of people live near you, near our churches, who either don't know God or feel disconnected from Christian community. In fact, in the UK, there are more people who identify as Christians but don't go to church than Christians who do. And deep down, many Christians feel powerless to impact either of those issues. They want to, but they don't know how. Churches struggle too. It's hard to step into a bigger vision, especially without the resources you think you need to do it. Many Christians aren't engaged with church because they don't see where they fit or why they matter. Many churches feel overwhelmed, lacking capacity, people, finances, or space to reach out effectively. But here's the truth. Your local church, the one you're in now, or the one closest to you, is actually the answer, even if it doesn't realize it yet. At its best, the church reveals God's heart for people. It's the place where God's presence awakens life, real transformative life. It's where you discover your purpose. It's where you experience the power of genuine community. It's where your heart begins to align with the heart of Jesus for the suffering, for the lost, for the broken. It's where you learn intimacy with God and with others, healing wounds caused by being in a broken world, because the church will never be perfect, or at least not until Jesus returns. It's exactly the place God chooses to shape you, for you to grow in maturity, humility, genuine love for other people. Its imperfections don't make things easy, but they are actually the opportunities. They invite you to make a difference, to bring your gifts, your perspective, and your love for others. Here's exactly what you need to do. And it's simple, but you have to choose to intentionally do it. First, you have to go. You got to go, and you got to keep going. You can't change things if you're disengaged. You have to show up, and you have to stay committed. People need to trust you fully in. Second, you need to bring your heart and get involved. Do things you're passionate about and some things you're not, because ultimately it's about loving people. Nag yourself into a role. Become someone the community there can depend on. And then thirdly, invest financially in your church's mission. You can't fully become who God calls you to be, and your church can't fully fulfill its calling without finances. That is just the truth. Maybe you think, well, your church should do something more meaningful first before you do that. Well, just remember, it's hard to dream without support. I deeply believe most churches would take powerful steps to impact their communities if they really knew their people were fully with them. And you can help them know that you are. Give your leaders the support they need to dream the way God dreams, and dreams for your community. Here's why it matters so much. If you don't engage, the loss actually spreads everywhere across our society. Thousands of people near your home, near your church, remain unreached. That has eternal consequences, and really significant consequences right now for people. Your church community loses the grace, the gifting, and the unique perspective God gave you to share, and you personally miss out, not just eternally like in the parable of the talents, but right now you miss out on being part of the community God designed to shape your life. You miss out on the fulfillment of connecting to something bigger than your own life, your own home or family or workplace. You miss the bigger world God created you to impact. But when you engage, everything changes. Someone recently joined our church, and they wrote a poem about what it meant to them. This world, they said, is full of evil, but if you look hard enough, you'll find some loving people. They found those loving people in our church. They found faith, they found life, and there are hundreds of thousands of people that need exactly that same experience. And they live right on our doorstep. Your full engagement can move your church to a tipping point. Together, what felt impossible becomes possible as God works through you. Don't wait for the right time. This is the right time. This Sunday, go to church. Go with your friend if you have a friend that goes to church. Go with your mum. Go with your cousin. If you have no one to go with, just go to the closest church that you can find. It won't be perfect, but that's exactly the point. You are there to be part of the change and be changed in the process. So go and keep going. Go to receive and go to give and go to join what God is doing. Don't miss Him. Your life and the life of those around you are far too valuable to miss this. Make this decision and it will change your life and the life of the people in your community.